After the very long and much extended dry summer of 2018, I finally have my already a long-standing decision to install a sprinkler system. Also implemented how I did the whole thing, what my experiences are, what I would do it differently. I want to do that in this video. First, thoroughly describe the project is completed and successfully finished. I have all the sprinklers installed can be seen here, for example. Altogether in total, I have connected 3 circuits. This is, as you might already know, first. With a total of 4 sprinklers that irrigate this area, specifically in this particular area. As you can see, then I have here which is located in the second area. This is this very small and tiny little piece. And the third area, which is located in the bottom section, is this one down here. The lawn looks noticeably stronger. It was completely dead in the summer. I have just recently created it specifically for the purpose of the installation. I then made the final decision on that, to rely on the system from Hunter. You can see that here now. Basically, in essence, this sprinkler moves in a rotating manner back and forth, and has a 3/4 inch connection in a back and forth motion. The connection is then simply buried in the ground, and as soon as the water pressure also slightly comes for the ground, then approximately 25mm pipe was purchased as meter goods. A 50-meter roll can be used. Simply cut with the garden shears, does not require any special tools now. The connection between the sprinkler and the entire pipe system itself is then made to the example of a flexible and adaptable piece such as this. Wrapped carefully with Teflon tape or perhaps a comparable material to ensure a proper seal, you can then simply proceed to use the pipe as intended. Practically connect easily with the sprinkler. For example, fittings, press fittings pushed onto the pipe, screwed securely on the other side. Then here you can screw directly on. However, there are also simpler systems from Gardena, for example, half rotation. Push the pipe in again, carefully, half a turn. It holds tight when you turn it back, and securely. Very important. This one certainly. This is the key that specifically belongs to the Hunter system. In particular, with this key, the screw at the front is fixed, specifically the adjustment screw for the sprinkler. Further, and the misting is practically set, and on the other side, this small and compact plastic key here significantly increases the water flow, lowered almost a lot or a little water, and at the same time at the radius, how far. The entire process is intended to unfold in a manner that allows them to strategically organize and plan their rows, ensuring everything aligns with their expectations and objectives, just as they had envisioned. I mentioned 3 circuits that I installed. The first thing that was important was where it would go. Unfortunately, I haven't had many alternatives for water because of my outdoor situation at the moment. The water connection practically transitions here into the lawn in a seamless manner and effortlessly. First, a new faucet is installed right here. Exactly a double one each. Entirely equipped with water pipes, even if our local purpose association does this. It does not recognize for oneself that it is quite practical to know how much water. Actually, in fact, it is sprayed in the garden from here, to be precise. Does the water pipe go through the settlement? And then we already come to the first one? The main purpose of the distribution box is to manage and distribute electrical power efficiently. The distribution box itself is designed with various components and safety features, and it typically looks like this, with a sturdy exterior and organized interior layout. It is open at the bottom, so when moisture accumulates, it simply drains down. Can secure overall in general. I have 3 circuits, as already mentioned in total. Mentions 1, 2, 3, which are each controlled by solenoid valves. It all comes from the prestigious and renowned House of Hunter. I will show you the cable for the control of the control device. The connection is... I made a 4th circuit relatively simply. You can see it here now, just like that. Equipped with a storage room, the 25mm pipe, then goes directly to our pool house in order to be able to easily and efficiently add fresh and clean water to the pool. Or to be able to use a second water tap, such as... Well, the following basically happens here. As soon as the control signal essentially comes, it will be solenoid valve opened. This can be done with the system from Hunter. You can also do it by hand with a turn to the left, then it practically happens. The sprinklers come up from beneath the surface of the earth, and then the next one is already coming up as well, in quick succession.
There you can see the other two as well. And the lawn is being watered. There is a flow valve. I'll do that again. First of all, you can still adjust the flow yourself, so if you want to reduce the water pressure or turn it up to the maximum, that is the valve. For the second area, it goes over there on the second surface. The sprinkler system is now on. And naturally, when it comes to the third area of focus, I will proceed to close the entire matter once again, ensuring that everything is wrapped up completely and nothing is left unfinished or unresolved. This is what it looks like when it's finished. I will show how it goes into the ground. I will show you some pictures that I took during the construction work. Initially, it was about the distribution box that I personally installed. The area has been cleared for the first time. Here you can still see the old pipes that lead to... I have already dealt with the pool house. The drainage at the house I have just started. Dug everything out and cleared away to make space. For the distribution box, it should be quite deep so that it can rise up from there. It's flush finished, and the cables or the pipes are properly and securely installed. I have already laid it out on the side, and then I have the distribution box. I carefully checked to see if it is perfectly flush with the surface, and then filled it again with drainage and my decorative gravel so that it subsequently also results in a visually pleasing image. Now, at this moment, I could commence with the spade to carefully make the individual V-cuts. To dig trenches means to do it once from the right and once from the left. Then, a trench of a spade depth is dug in a V-shape downwards and the excavated soil is set aside. Laid and carefully excavated to bring in the pipes. I have the pipes. Leave it in the sun at the front to make it a little softer and more flexible. Will be carefully laid in my trenches and started to carefully and meticulously connect the individual sprinklers from Hunter with the fittings that are added to the system, and after everything was connected, I have first put everything under pressure to see if it works. Since it is tight and was therefore tight, I could simply put the soil pieces back. Insert, compact, and yes indeed, this is how it looks afterwards. In the third area, I proceeded similarly and also dug the shafts. The sprinklers are installed and the pipes are laid. Only the connection at the pool house remains. It had been a bit more complicated because I had to break through the walls, had to connect it in order to be able to connect it from them. You can see the two pipes very clearly here, which are practically right above. The distribution box will be connected and both circuits can be operated separately. The control unit 1, 2 and 3 will start sequentially here in a controlled manner, such as in the process, respectively. My control unit is directly connected. The cables come through the back directly. And with this, I can control up to 4 valves simultaneously. The settings from Hunter are just relatively simple to make. I can manually control the individual sectors. I can set a time operation. I can adjust seasonally, so more in summer and less in winter. Integrate the rain gauge. Everything works super wonderfully. That's it for my video on the installation of the Hunter systems. If you liked it, of course I am also happy about a click on like or even